Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Transport Fever 2. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am having a fantastic day. And before I get started, I want to give you guys a quick announcement. So a couple of days ago, I started a giveaway over on my Twitter page. And if you aren't following me over on Twitter, I highly recommend you do so. LeoGamemanYT is the Twitter handle. And what this giveaway is for is it's to celebrate my birthday pretty much. My birthday is coming up on July 26th. The giveaway will be ending the day afterwards on July 27th. And the giveaway is for a couple Steam gift cards. Specifically, first place being a $50 Steam gift card, and second, third, fourth, and fifth place all receiving $10 gift cards respectively. Or they get a choice of a game from our Games Redemption list. So if you guys want to participate inside of this giveaway, then please take a look in the description below. I know that some of you who are possibly watching this right now already know about the giveaway and have already entered. So you guys are perfectly fine. I do have more entries that I will be adding in over the course of the next few weeks. I just have to wait a little bit of time before I can get there. But for those who haven't heard about the giveaway up till now, then take a look down in the description and possibly check out my Twitter page as well. Anyway, back to the video. So now that that little announcement is out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with this video. First, to recap what we did last time around, is we decided to go and replace one of our wood lines with a train line. In fact, it's our first train line of the series. So if we take a look right here, we have the cargo for Rugby lumber train line. Has over 200 lumber waiting on that line at the moment, and the train is, I think, supposed to be on its way back there. Oh yeah, it's right here. One thing that I am going to start doing, and that's the start of this episode, is I'm going to start naming the towns, the industries, the vehicles and such after patrons. So if you want to go and get your name into this series, then I suggest going to get your supporting on Patreon. It's not required at all, but it is something that is given as a benefit to my patrons regardless. But I haven't even heard from my current patrons yet, so I will be waiting until the next episode to do that. But in terms of what we'll be doing in this episode, like I mentioned and what we discussed in the last episode, is that I wanted to get a dual line set up. And for those who didn't understand what the meaning of it was, is a dual line setup is frankly a portion of rail that is operating both cargo and passenger trains. So we're going to be having passenger trains going from Wivelscombe to Woodstock to Wragby, and then having cargo trains going amongst them, except to Wivelscombe, because we're not going to be operating any cargo train over into there. Eventually, maybe. Depending on if we want to produce more tools, we'll eventually get it over there. But that's down the line. We'll worry about that when the time comes. Now, I already got things sort of figured out. Now, I kind of just need to work on building up the stations, which the stations are going to be kind of like the most important part. I feel like with Wivelscombe, just because of how small it is with 89 residents, that is going to increase. It's not increasing right now, but it is going to increase regardless. And I think the way I'm going to increase that is by putting in this rail line pretty much. Now, I am going to need to use a regular passenger station rather than a ornate one. And I think I want to have it kind of like right over here. And it is on like a little bit of a hilly area, so I'm going to have to be a little bit cautious about this. In fact, that's a bit too much. So I think what I'm going to do instead is, let's go and see what it would be like if I wanted to put it down here. That wouldn't be too bad, in all honesty. Putting it in as a terminus would definitely be good. So I think I'm just going to place that down. And let's go and get the tracks laid out. Now, I think I want to have the tracks kind of like swoop over the river right here. Kind of at like a big arch, similar to the way this bridge is, but of course not as sharp. And we're going to need to connect over to the piece of rail that we have placed right here. So let's go and get started from the actual station. I'm going to go out straight first, just so that way we can get the junction sorted out. So that's 40 going out of the station, which was totally not planned. And I want to do 40 going into the curve as well, which I think is going to be quite nice. I'm going to go at a slight elevation, and we're going to go up. Now this should hopefully get us up enough to the point where it's going to start creating a bridge. Yes, awesome, that's what we want. And I think the bridge can start right about there. Okay, that's a good approach to the bridge. Nothing crazy, to be honest. Now all we need to do is just bring it over the river, and yeah. Now I should go ahead and have this be a bit bigger, because I would want to have do I want to have passengers come up here? Not really. So, or not passengers, ferries is what I'm trying to refer to. Also, is that, yeah, that's kind of a uphill slope. I'm gonna kind of have it go on this kind of an angle, so that way it can kind of not hit the road, but more so go up the hill a little bit. So I think that should be good. 56 is the speed for the bridge, which is perfectly fine. We don't need to worry about the speeds too much. And then, of course, bring it along. And the reason that I'm double tracking this area is because we're going to eventually have like 4 trains running on this line. So we want to make sure that there's not going to be any sort of like disconnection. Also, get rid of that, please. I really would just want to go and have you connect to that. So I think that would look best. Just in case. Yeah. And what does that connect over to? It connects over to the construction materials plant, which we really don't need a road connection over there because it's only going to be utilizing the trains. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave the road in regardless, because the vehicles aren't going to really go up and down here. So the level crossing is not going to get much use either. So that's good for now. We'll leave that be. And I think we're going to have to do the same thing, same sort of deal right about here. Maybe. If I curve you out a little bit, get you to about 60. Does that look good? Looks pretty straight in my opinion. Bring it out a little bit more just so that way it's all 60 rather than just a little bit. Okay, right there is all 60. Then we can connect this over to our main track, which surprisingly does not look, it costs way too much. So I'm gonna try and like keep this as close to the ground as possible, and we should hopefully get something good. And I think that should be okay. This will save us a lot over the course of the series here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up to about right there. And we want to go and bring you around the corner here. Just so there. And let's go ahead and connect you on up. There we go. So that is what we're going to work with coming into Wivelscombe. Okay, so now we need to worry about the junction that we're going to have from this main line right here to our cargo connection, which our cargo connection is right here. In case you guys are wondering, I built this up between episodes. So this is kind of like our main cargo station, our main depot that we're going to have for this network. And of course, this is for the quarry. I don't have any trains on it right now, but we will eventually. So let's just go ahead and bring this out a little bit. Not by much, but it should be okay regardless. And we should be able to just bring this on up. I don't want to create too much of any hills, so let's go and keep that under control if we possibly can help it. And now we're just going to need to connect it right over here. Okay, so I'm thinking that right at the level crossing here is going to be okay. Like if I wanted to have it connect like that, but it doesn't look like it's not going to allow me to. So let's have it connect something like this. Keep it at around 60, which I think is perfectly fine. It does have a little bit of a hill right there, which I don't like. I don't like at all. So I think that the alternative that I'm going to make for myself is do something like this. Which, granted, it's not the best. Where we create a 4-track junction instead. But what I'm going to do is right here. This is going to be kind of like the splitting point. Go ahead and take you. Let's just see how much that's going to cost me. That's about 48,000. That's not too bad. If I were to try and up that 45, 43, 41, 41.6. Go with the 41.6. That will save us the most amount of money. Okay. Not crazy. Not crazy good, but it's not the worst either. So once it gets over here, we're going to have it continue for a little bit before it starts to merge. Which I think is going to be good right there. I think that's a good size for a track length. Or not track length, a train length. And we're going to want to merge over with merging speeds at 40 is what I'm thinking. So there's that. And we can do the same thing right here. So yeah. So heading off to the right here is going to be our cargo connection. Left is going to be the passenger connection. And then this is just going to be shared all the way down to Woodstock. Pretty simple network, to be honest. I know that it's kind of ideal to have them on separate networks, but since we are in the early stages of the game, it's not really good in terms of value-wise. Now, Woodstock. Woodstock is the next stop on our list. Now, I think I want to have the station be kind of like right over here. That's kind of like on the opposite side of town where the actual bus station is. But I think I can implement a local bus line to go and work well with it. So I'm going to put in 2 tracks for passengers. I would need to go and build it all up right here. So destroying all these buildings would be a must, unfortunately. So, let's go ahead and game. There we go. For some reason, I don't know why, but the game has that weird feature. If you're like holding down the QWE ASD keys for too long, it's gonna just go in a continuous rotation like this. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. You kind of have to like double click the rotation or the movement key that it's going in to go and fix that. That's still one issue that I've found with the game. I'm not too sure how many other YouTubers have found it, but I have definitely been one to find it commonly. Now I'm thinking, okay. I'm thinking here that if I were to put the station like right here instead, like if I were to just, theoretically speaking, put the station like right over here, that would be okay. But at the same time, I don't think that would be okay either. So I think just having it be at a bit of an angle to where to which the town is going at, I think that's a good spot. So yeah, definitely want to go ahead and increase speed so that way we can get that as quickly as possible. Definitely one of the many downsides about waiting so long in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly make a cut right here until we get enough funds. Okay, so it looks like we just got the funds. We're going to go and place that station now before we get the message saying cannot be built. And we're just going to go and quickly bring these tracks out ever so slightly. Not by much, but I do want to bring them out to that road. I don't want to have it snap but I do want to have it connect to create a level crossing. 18,000 to do that. That's perfectly fine. And just go ahead and extend this out here so that way the AI does not build any houses. That will force me to go ahead and delete them. Yay! If I can actually get the money for it right now, which so far it's looking like that's a little bit of ways away. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and bring you along here. Thank you. And there is that going for us. Now we just got to connect this over to this end of the station. Okay. Well, this is kind of like a main stretch of track. So I think kind of like just bringing it out straight, just going straight downhill is going to be okay. I want to do a 50K piece of track, which hopefully we can get the money with it before the next cut. Okay, so we got that sorted out. I guess that we're relying on the wood train extremely right now. In fact, I want to take a look at our profits real quick. So the line that's costing us the most is the ICB to Wivelscombe. Oh, okay. So we can possibly get rid of a couple of the vehicles on that line. So like for instance, get rid of you since you don't have any. Get rid of you since you don't have any. You as well. You actually got somebody, only one, but you don't got any. You don't. You got two. You don't got anybody. You got somebody. You got somebody. So there is at least one passenger on each of these buses right here. So that line's working out, I guess. We also got a tram line. That's over in... Where is that at? Oh, we got it over in Wood Green. Forgot about that. How is that tram line actually doing? Making 15K in profit. That's actually really good. The train so far is our major moneymaker at the moment. The planks and tools line is a good moneymaker as well. But the line that's costing us the most... Oh, line 1. What is that? Oh, I know what this one is. This is the line that's going between the construction materials plant and Wivelscombe, the stone quarry. I forgot about this line. I'll get that line sorted out in just a moment. But what is it at this one's name? Wivelscombe branch, which I'm just going to rename that to be Wivelscombe. So there is that. And let's just go ahead and bring this truck along here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet. Take out $1 million in loan. Just go and build up our track. And so that way we don't need to worry about money as much, but still worry about it regardless. Now, what about if I were to disconnect it like that? 55 right there, 49 right there. Don't really like the 49. Would preferably like to have it around 50, 60. Yeah, 60 seems okay. It's not the worst possible option. Let me go and disconnect that by about 2 units. And that seems to be 75 all the way, which I will take it. There we go. Awesome. So that is now a rail connection between Wivelscombe and Woodstock. I now need to get the station connected. So let's go and do that real quick. I'm thinking that a large street is what we're going to use, because this is kind of like going to be right at the connection point. So let's go ahead and get Curve Road. And it looks like, ooh, there we go. Yep, take it right there. That'll work. And you know what? I'm going to actually just reroute this line. I'm going to wait for this vehicle to pass on by. And pause the game. Okay. I'm gonna go and disrupt the main connection because I'm gonna have the main connection connect to this road. And this road right here is going to connect like that. And then what we can do is have that connect like so. In fact, I should just go ahead and upgrade this. That way it just looks a little bit better. Not by much, but a little bit. And then we can go and just upgrade the rest of this road right here. Up till that point. At that point, it can be on its own. Now that should have adjusted the route. It's actually adjusted it so that way it goes through the center of town. Okay. That's not bad. At least it's going through a much more direct way. Actually stops by Woodstock itself. So, or the Woodstock station. So what I'm thinking in that case is we want to go and get a bus line going around Woodstock now. Woodstock Bus Line. Let's see here. I think that, of course, we need to have a station in front of Woodstock itself. That's a given. Now, the coverage for that station is up to this point right here and over here. So I'm thinking that the bus stops can be right here. And we can have another one kind of be right there. That's kind of in catchment of the station, but I think that will be fine. Now this one goes up to here. Now I would say put the stop right there just because it's within range. Now you have that catchment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bus stop down all the way over here that you're going to connect to. And I think that should be it. Okay, and it looks like the AI is expanding in this direction. And is Woodstock actually expanding considerably? Plus 20%. That's not bad. Actually, that's not bad at all. So we'll leave that be. We'll go and create the bus line when that time comes. Now we need to go and connect it over to Wragby. Let's go ahead and just get the train line set up here. Or the tracks for the train line. And we just want to go and follow the terrain sort of deal. Now I should... If I go ahead and do that, that actually works. That actually works. We will do that. Makes the level crossing actually level with the terrain, so I have to say yes. Okay. Now Wragby, I think I want to have that be a large terminal station, and I'm thinking I'm going to have that be like right over here. So I'm going to have it be 4 platforms. Why? Well, because eventually I do want to go ahead and connect this out and expand it to other lines. So there's that. And I'm only going to be using 1 platform for this line, and I think it's going to be... that second to left platform. This one right here. So like Terminal 3. Or yeah, Terminal 3 is the one that I'll be using. So let's go and take this on out. Let's bring it out. Like so. Wow, we're already at that margin. Okay. And what we can do is just curve it like so. Oh, I was curving in the wrong direction. Might want to refund that. And let's just go ahead and get this coming up to the north, well, to the right side of the track. And then we want to go ahead and bring it out to here. Okay. And let's see, bring you the... Oh! Shy on money, come on. Get me that money, thank you. And let's just go ahead and connect it on up here. go ahead and have it come to like right there. And now we are back to negative money. Yay. Okay. Come on. Game, you are really not liking me today, are you? Like, I think that's what's really killing us right now is the amount that we're spending on construction, which, to be honest, that makes sense because I am spending a lot on construction right now. Yeah. Okay, so I think that should be fine. We haven't even placed down any of the signals, and we haven't even placed down any of the cargo stations. So if you're wondering about what we're going to do with the cargo stations, let's just say we're going to be implementing them with the passenger stations. So I'm going to configure this up so that way we have an extra track over here. Now, at first you would think, yeah, that's a good idea to go and implement it a part of the same station, but isn't that gonna like make it harder to go ahead and actually get stuff to the actual area you need to get them to? Actually, no, it's not, because we can go and finish off the connection to finish off the connection with trucks. Frank and simple, to be honest. So let's go and do that, and I'm going to put a cargo platform over here on this side. Oh, need a little bit more money to get the last platform in. And, yeah. Ooh, new vehicles, new trucks. Awesome. We'll be able to upgrade that eventually. Okay. Anytime today, game, where we'll actually be in positive. I have a feeling the answer to my prayers is going to be no. Granted, we are running on 3 times speed, which I know I said in the last episode that I would try to not do that. But as we are in early stages, I think that it's okay to do that, especially when we're getting into negative income. So, since we haven't got it yet, I'm just going to go and take out another portion of our loan. And drop down the time speed a little bit, configure the station with another cargo platform, and we should be good. Also, passenger, also that's right there. Good. Okay. We shouldn't need to worry about it on that side. We can put a large like building over here for cargo. That actually would make sense. No, don't put a large one. Put a medium size. And then put just a small one right there. Okay. That seems fine. That's where the cargo is going to come out of. Or that's where we're going to plan to have the cargo come out of. So let's go and get a road built up. There's that. And let's go and do that. There we go. Now, in terms of where this will connect, I think that it will connect up to this road right here. Just because it's right there, readily and available. Placed by the wonderful AI. That's placed by the wonderful AI. And let's go and just utilize it like so. Let's also go and create a level crossing right here. Just because I think that will look a little bit better. And that should be good. Kind of looks like it's going to be in a built up area, which I really do like. You know what? I think I want to push this back a little bit. No. Leave that the same for now. If we do need to push it back, we'll do so at a later point in time. Now, in terms of connection from this rail to this one, we're going to need to do something like this. Let's go and grid it up to 40 right there. Does extend our level crossing for the moment, but I think that should be fine. In fact, what I'm going to do, grab that piece and just go and build it up to about 40. There is that. And now what we need to do is get a crossing in. 40 is what I want to aim for, which is right there. And there we go. Okay, so that is our cargo and passenger station for Woodstock. Now we need to do kind of the same deal for Wragby. Now with Wragby, I am not too confident about doing a cargo and such station here. Granted, it's going to be pretty nice. We do have the construction materials buildings that are going to be consuming it all over here on this side. The reason I'm concerned about that is because we're eventually going to have a line that travels from Terminal 4 over to this side and 2 other lines that are going to travel this way. At least that's what I'm thinking. Also, I do gotta apologize real quick that if you guys are hearing the sound of fireworks going off in the background or something like it's a banging sound, please bear in mind it's around the time of 4th of July and people are setting off fireworks crazy, and within the state of Nebraska, there are fireworks dealers on pretty much every single corner, so fireworks are pretty common around this time of year. It definitely does not help me with my video recording, so yay! Anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and figure it out, shall we? I'm going to just put not a 4-platform, a 1-platform cargo station over here on this side. Also, we got catenary now. I'm guessing that we're going to be getting electric vehicles sometime soon. Maybe. I'm going to get that cargo station placed right there. That should go and cover everything, right? Pretty much, except for a little bit right there. In fact, what I'm going to do, cargo building, since these are small buildings, I'm going to put it like right here, right there. Kind of have it so that way have it be on this side where it gets dropped off at. Does that cover a little bit more? It does. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Now let's go ahead and get the track connected up. And I think what we can do is just do something like this. Ooh, apparently that is too much curvature. Let's go and have it be right there instead. Okay, that's perfectly fine for the cargo and passenger lines. So I think that's good. I think the first one that I'm going to set up between these two, between all these, is set up the construction materials connection. So we already got the line that goes from the quarry over to the construction materials plant. Then we're going to create the 2 lines that are going to go into Woodstock, then into Wragby. Okay. First off, let's go and get those lines created. Line 2 is going to be the one going from here to Woodstock. Okay. And another new line going from the construction materials plant to that station over there. Now, it does do this, where it goes onto this line. I'm not going to accept that. Go and utilize some signals, please. And we should be a-okay. Okay. And yeah, that's all we really need for signals. I think that fixes it as well. So yeah. There we go. We got the signals put in place. And yeah, we'll go and get that set up. in the next episode. So if you guys had liked this episode, please do go and consider giving a like rating. If you are feeling more complicated than a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then go ahead and leave it down in the comment section. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell icon to receive notifications. And I will check you guys in the next episode. Ciao for now.